The following is a beautiful description of an empath, written many years ago, by Christel Broederlow, that truly epitomizes what it is to be an empath. Enjoy. Empaths are often quiet achievers. They can take a while to handle a compliment, for they are more inclined to point out another's positive attributes. They are highly expressive in all areas of emotional connection, and talk openly, and, at times, quite frankly. They may have few problems talking about their feelings if another cares to listen, regardless of how much they listen to others. However, they can be the exact opposite, reclusive and apparently unresponsive at the best of times. They may even appear ignorant. Some are very good at blocking out others, and that's not always a bad thing, at least for the learning empath struggling with a barrage of emotions from others, as well as their own feelings. Empaths have a tendency to openly feel what is outside of them more so than what is inside of them. This can cause empaths to ignore their own needs. In general, an empath is non-violent, non-aggressive, and leans more towards being the peacemaker. Any area filled with disharmony creates an uncomfortable feeling in an empath. If they find themselves in the middle of a confrontation, they will endeavor to settle the situation as quickly as possible, if not avoid it altogether. If any harsh words are expressed in defending themselves, they will likely resent their lack of self-control, and have a preference to peacefully resolve the problem quickly. Empaths are more inclined to pick up another's feelings and project it back without realizing its origin in the first place. Talking things out is a major factor in releasing emotions in the learning empath. Empaths can develop an even stronger degree of understanding so that they can find peace in most situations. The downside is that empaths may bottle up emotions and build barriers sky high so as to not let others know of their innermost thoughts and or feelings. This withholding of emotional expression can be a direct result of a traumatic experience, an expressionless upbringing, or simply being told as a child, children are meant to be seen and not heard. Without a doubt, this emotional withholding can be detrimental to one's health, for the longer one's thoughts and or emotions aren't released, the more power they build. The thoughts and or emotions eventually becoming explosive, if not crippling. The need to express oneself honestly is a form of healing and a choice open to all. To not do so can result in a breakdown of the person and result in mental emotional instability or the creation of a physical ailment, illness, or disease. Empaths are sensitive to TV, videos, movies, news, and broadcasts. Violence or emotional dramas depicting shocking scenes of physical or emotional pain inflicted on adults, children, or animals can bring an empath easily to tears. At times, they may feel physically ill or choke back the tears. Some empaths will struggle to comprehend any such cruelty, and may have grave difficulty in expressing themselves in the face of another's ignorance, closed-mindedness, and obvious lack of compassion. They simply cannot justify the suffering they feel and see. You will find empaths working with people, animals, or nature with a true passion and dedication to help them. They are often tireless teachers and or caretakers for our environment and all within it. Many volunteers are empathic and give up personal time to help others without pay and or recognition. Empaths may be excellent storytellers due to an endless imagination, inquisitive minds, and ever-expanding knowledge. They can be old romantics at heart and very gentle. They may also be the keepers of ancestral knowledge and family history. If not the obvious family historians, they may be the ones who listen to the stories passed down and possess the majority of the family history. Not surprisingly, they may have started or possess a family tree. They have a broad interest in music to suit their many expressive temperaments, and others can query how empaths can listen to one style of music, and within minutes, change to something entirely different. Lyrics within a song can have adverse, powerful effects on empaths, especially if it is relevant to a recent experience. In these moments, it is advisable for empaths to listen to music without lyrics, to avoid playing havoc with their emotions. They are just as expressive with body language as with words, thoughts, and feelings. Their creativity is often expressed through dance, acting, and bodily movements. Empaths can project an incredible amount of energy portraying and/or releasing emotion. Empaths can become lost in the music, to the point of being in a trance-like state. They become one with the music through the expression of their physical bodies. They describe this feeling as a time when all else around them is almost non-existent. People of all walks of life and animals are attracted to the warmth and genuine compassion of empaths. Regardless of whether others are aware of one being empathic, people are drawn to them as a metal object is to a magnet. Even complete strangers find it easy to talk to empaths about the most personal things, and before they know it, they have poured out their hearts and souls without intending to do so consciously. It is as though on a subconscious level that person knows instinctively that empaths would listen with compassionate understanding. Then again, for empaths, it is always nice to actually be heard themselves. Here are the listeners of life. They can be outgoing, bubbly, enthusiastic, and a joy to be in the presence of, as well as highly humorous at the most unusual moments. On the flip side, empaths can be weighted with mood swings that will have others around them want to jump overboard and abandon ship. The thoughts and feelings empaths receive from any and all in their life can be so overwhelming, if not understood, that their moods can fluctuate with lightning speed. One moment they may be delightfully happy and with a flick of the switch, miserable. Abandoning an empath in the throes of alternating moods can create detrimental effects. A simple return of empathic love, listening and caring compassionately without bias, judgment, and/or condemnation, can go an incredibly long way to an empath's instant recovery. Many empaths don't understand what is occurring within them. They literally have no idea that another person's emotions are now felt, as one's own and reflected outwardly. They are confused as to how one moment all was well, and then the next, they feel so depressed, alone, etc. The need to understand the possibilities of empath connection is a vital part of the empath's journey for themselves and for those around them. Empaths are often problem solvers, thinkers, and studiers of many things. As far as empaths are concerned, where a problem is, so too is the answer. They often will search until they find one, if only for peace of mind. This can certainly prove beneficial for others in their relationships, in the workplace, or on the home front. Where there is a will, there is a way, and the empath will find it. The empath can literally, likely without the knowledge of what's actually occurring, tap into universal knowledge and be receptive to guidance in solving anything they put their head and hearts into. Empaths often are vivid and/or lucid dreamers. They can dream in detail and are inquisitive of dream content. Often they feel as though the dreams are linked to their physical life somehow, and not just a mumble of nonsensical, irrelevant, meaningless images. This curiosity will lead many empathic dreamers to unravel some of the mysterious dream contents from an early age and connect the interpretation to its relevance in their physical life. If not, they may be led to dream interpretations through other means. Empaths are daydreamers with difficulty keeping focused on the mundane. If life isn't stimulating, often empath will go into a detached state of mind. They will go somewhere, anywhere, in a thought that appears detached from the physical reality, yet is alive and active, for they really are often away. If a tutor is lecturing with little to no emotional input, empaths will not be receptive to such teaching and can, unintentionally, drift into a state of daydreaming. Give the empath student the tutor who speaks with stimuli and emotion, through actual experience of any given subject, and the empath is receptively alert. Empaths are a captivated audience. This same principle applies in acting. An actor will either captivate the audience through expressing, in all aspects, emotions, as though they really did experience the role they are portraying, or will lose them entirely. Empaths make outstanding actors. Empaths frequently experience déjà vu and synchronicities. What may initially start as, "Oh, what a coincidence," will lead to the understanding of synchronicities as an aspect of who they are. These synchronicities will become a welcomed and continually expanding occurrence. As an understanding of self grows, the synchronicities become more fluent and free-flowing. The synchronicities can promote a feeling of euphoria as empaths identify with them and appreciate the connection to their empathic nature. Empaths are most likely to have had varying paranormal experiences throughout their lives. NDEs, near-death experiences, and/or OBEs, out-of-body experiences, can catapult an unaware empath into the awakening period and provide the momentum for a journey of discovery. Those who get caught up in life, in society's often dictating ways, in work etc., can become lost in a mechanical way of living that provides very little meaning. All signs of guidance are ignored to shift out of this state of doing. A path to being whole again becomes evident and a search for more meaning in one's life begins. These types of experiences appear dramatic, can be life-altering indeed, and are most assuredly just as intensely memorable in years to come. They are the voice of guidance encouraging us to pursue our journey in awareness. Sometimes, some of us require that extra assistance. For some empaths, the lack of outside understanding towards paranormal events they experience may lead to suppressing such abilities. Most of these abilities are very natural and not a coincidence. Empaths may unknowingly adopt the positive or negative attitude of others as their own. This, however, can be overcome. Empaths may need to follow interests in the paranormal and the unexplained with curiosity so as to explain and accept their life circumstances. So, there you go. I do hope you enjoyed Christel Broederlow's words. To find out more about Christel and her work, please see the description box below. Otherwise, I shall see you on the next installment of Empath Life.